been quite the year in the world of real estate. Prices have just exploded and rentals have been fraught with political attention. So we're just gonna get away on a day trip for a little while. Really, we want to spend some time alone as a family, but also explore some investment opportunities with some potential short-term rental purchases.
Going to the island.
We're going to the island, pretty much, to Whidbey Island, which is just northwest of Seattle. We have to get on the ferry, and it's about an hour and a half away. So follow along as we talk about what happened this year in 2021 and what could potentially happen in 2022. No matter if you're thinking about buying a house sometime soon or renting for a little while or you're thinking about selling, there should be something for you in this video. We have a light bulb out, so I need to change it before we go any further. I did buy one. The other day, and just haven't had a chance to change it. So, gotta do that now. It works! We have a couple plans today. We're gonna get lunch, stop for a coffee, maybe go to a wine bar, we'll see. And then we're also looking at this beachfront property that costs about $1 million, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, right on the beach that we think would be a really good, fairly profitable Airbnb, but we'll have a look.
Wine bar might be kind of uncool with the baby. We'll see.
I love Whidbey Island. It's kind of remote. We're in Coveville right now. It's an adorable town right on the water on this really cool pier. There's a lot of nice little restaurants and a couple coffee shops, and the architecture is pretty cool. Have a look at this. But it's also January and the off season, and it's Wednesday, and pretty much nothing's open. So we're gonna find lunch somewhere. I don't know where. We did find this really nice place in Coveville with a great view. And I got a beer and caprese sandwich, and Kendall got a cheesecake and a coffee. So what did happen in 2021 in real estate? Well, we kind of saw probably about 2 years worth of growth all crammed into one. 2020, we were prepared for really explosive growth, but the lockdowns just shut everything down and prices crashed momentarily and then just kind of stayed pretty stagnant after that. Then 2021 saw severe lack of inventory and a lot of people moving around and rethinking their housing. In my experience, working with a lot of first-time home buyers and people moving to the area, a lot of people were just rethinking where they wanted to live, what they wanted to be doing, moving out of areas to get rid of their high income taxes, and Seattle offered a really good hub of tech employers so that people could continue moving around and building their career. Seems like we're kind of almost seeing the end of the cyclical nature of real estate, at least for a little while. 2019 was almost the last normal year that we saw with a busy rising spring and then a slumping fall. I usually tell people that winter's a really good time to buy a house, but at least this year it just hasn't been the case with severely low inventory and still a lot of competition out there. With interest rates down for the past year and a half, 2 years, we've seen people's buying power dramatically increase, and we've been in this period of growth for the past 12 months or so, and prices have gone up quite a bit. I think the big takeaway here is that you can't really time the market. Real estate's always been seen as a long-term investment, and it's still true. Kendall and I bought our first house at the height of the market in 2018, and we really stretched in order to buy it, and it paid off in a really great way, and we ended up with a really good housing situation. Speaking of stretching, we are considering buying a vacation rental somewhere in a nice setting that we could use, that we could put on Airbnb, but also use in our free time. This has become pretty popular this past year. I've seen a lot of people set up Airbnbs at really pretty places, and we wanted to come to Whitby to have a look at this place because this is the view.
Okay, Celie, we're touring this as a potential vacation rental.
So this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. It's about 1,000 square feet.
I was kind of hoping for 3 bedrooms, but the view might make it worth the while.
Yeah, I think it will. This one's about $1 million.
I actually really like this kitchen. It needs to be completely updated, but it's huge. There's so much counter space. There's all this counter workspace right here with all the incredible views.
Yeah, I'm never really a fan of tile countertops,
Yeah.
but it does give it kind of a beachy vibe, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, to be honest, I would probably rip those out and put in quartz, and I might even just leave the old cabinets.
Oh, that would be nice.
I mean, I'd redo the whole thing in my dream world, but you know. And
But
then
really, it's all about this view.
I'd probably put a pull-out couch over here so that you could theoretically sleep up to like 6 people if someone wanted to sleep in the living room. You do see the neighbors on this side, and there's neighbors over here too, but the way it's situated is much more private, and this is where you'd hang out right here with your coffee, your wine, your charcuterie, your puzzle. Oh, it's beautiful. Do you love it? She loves it. She's smiling, she loves it. And what Celie wants. Yeah.
Celie gets.
Yeah.
I did read that sleeping 6 in your Airbnb is kind of the sweet spot. Any more than that, and you don't necessarily make any more money, and then you have a big house that you have to take care of.
Well, that's why I wanted 3 bedrooms instead of 2.
Yeah, but we could put a pull-out couch there. You can have a nice dining area here.
It wouldn't even cost that much to furnish this place. That's the one nice thing about it being a little bit smaller. It wouldn't even cost that much to furnish.
No, you can get some IKEA beds, some like nicer article couches for the living room, nice dining table from somewhere.
The ceiling's pretty low. What is that material?
Probably asbestos.
Beach baby? You are?
So just thinking about how the market's been this year. Townhouses and condos, it's really been a buyer's market. I've had a lot of offers accepted at list price and a couple below list price, which has been nice. Some people have found some really nice homes. Single family homes, on the other hand, it's totally been a seller's market this whole last year. Seattle seems really resistant on rezoning a lot of the city, so we have a lot of these big lots with not that many houses. I'm a fan of more urban density, which gives you more commercial space, more public transit, but it hasn't happened yet. So the houses that are available, which there haven't been many, go for way over list price, and they usually sell within 3 to 6 days, I'd say.
So sad that we have to go home.
2022 has seen a pretty significant lack of inventory. That's how we're starting out the year. There's just not much available. I hear a lot of people saying that the real estate market is sure to crash any day, and I just don't really see any sign of it, at least anytime soon. The market's seen a pretty substantial bump of about $100,000 over the past year. And I often say that as long as Amazon is still in Seattle, then the real estate market's fairly safe. For now, there's a pretty small amount of inventory, and people that are thinking of selling their house are giving pause because even though there's a good potential there for profit, there just isn't very much to move on to. Once they sell their house and recoup all of that equity, there aren't other houses to buy. Last week we toured my house. If you haven't seen that yet, you can watch it here. And make sure you stay tuned for next week's video. In the meantime, if you're thinking about making a home in Seattle, send me a message. Bye.